Good morning, students. Welcome to our online series lecture in our civil engineering department. My name is Professor R.G. Brahmane. So, today we will learn about the solid waste management. Okay. So, this is our second lecture of solid waste management. So, see, for continuation, firstly, we revised about the first lecture or various topic we covered in the first lecture. So in first lecture, see, in first lecture in first lecture we discuss about the definition of solid waste management, or what is meant by solid waste. We already discussed. Okay, then various different solid waste. Okay, various types of solid waste uh, in detail we already discussed in the first lecture. Then that solid waste types of solid waste contain domestic waste, then commercial waste, industrial waste, market waste, agriculture waste, biomedical waste, then e-waste, and hazardous waste, institutional waste. Okay, so these are the various types of waste we already discussed in the first lecture. Okay, so see, so this is the uh, so from this slide we will start our second lecture. Okay, so now uh, we can say in this slide the various origin of waste. Okay, origin means what? The waste generated from source. Okay, that origin. Okay, so see, first one is mining. Okay, mining. So various waste is generated from the mining activities. Okay, like waste rock, then tailings, mine water, chemicals, and other material. Okay, so this is the origin of waste. Or firstly we discuss about the mining. Okay, मायनिंगलाच आपण काय म्हणतो, खोदकाम किंवा खाणकाम. ओके, सो सेकंड इज ऍग्रिकल्चर फॉरेस्ट्री. ओके, okay, so in this slide we discuss about the or we will discuss that is origin of waste. Okay, so various types of solid waste are generated from the various sources. Okay, so that waste having various origins. Okay, so one by one we discuss about that origin. Okay, so first one is mining. Okay, so mining means what? खोदकाम, आपण ज्याला खोदकाम म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये. ओके, सो दॅट मायनिंग, फ्रॉम द मायनिंग industry the various waste are generated, that is rock waste or various pieces of rocks, then tailings, then mine water, then some chemicals and other materials. Okay, so these materials are arises from the mining industry. Okay, then next is agriculture and forestry. Okay, so see, agriculture and forestry means what? The various activities related to the agriculture. Okay, that is farming. Okay, harvesting the crops. Okay, and due to these processes the various waste are generated. Okay, so that is called as agriculture waste. Okay, so see, this agriculture waste includes various pesticides, various fertilizers, then organics. Okay, then plastic and containers. Okay, so see, the pesticides and fertilizer is packing into the plastic bottles or containers, so that plastic waste is also generated. Okay, then manure. Okay, so these types of waste are generated from the agriculture or forestry. Okay, then next is industry. Okay, we already discussed in the first lecture what is meant by industry waste. Okay, industrial waste. So in short, once again I tell you what is industrial waste. So industrial waste is nothing but the waste which is generated from the industrial processes, okay, or manufacturing processes in the industry, okay. So that is called as industrial waste. So which includes textiles, then plastic, chemicals, ash, nuclear waste, and others. So generally industrial waste is depends upon the which types of industry is this, okay. So depending on the types of industry, the waste is also different, okay, understood. Because textile industry, from the textile industry the waste is generated, that is various types of chemicals. Then from plastic industry, then some chemicals industries are there. So some chemical industries, the waste product or the waste material is various chemicals, okay. Then nuclear waste, okay, or radioactive waste is also generated from the nuclear waste, okay. So basically these types of waste is totally depend on the types of industry. So this is called as industrial waste, okay. Then next is household, commercial, and government bodies, okay. So uh, see, these types of solid waste is generated, that is municipal solid waste, then electronics, medical waste, tires, and others, okay. Means the waste generated from the household or residential area, then commercial and government bodies, okay. So this is called as household household waste, okay. Okay, so household, commercial, and government bodies. So generally the waste which is generated from the various house or residential areas, commercial areas, and various government bodies, okay. So that waste includes municipal solid waste, then electronics, that is e-waste, then medical waste, and tires and other waste, okay. So in a previous lecture we already discussed what is meant by e-waste, what is meant by medical waste, okay. So next is construction demolition, okay. Construction demolition. So see, in the construction demolition means what, some structures are very uh, so the construction, some construction are very old, and which which lifespan is end, and that types of construction is need to demolish and construct the new construction in that area. So that is called as demolition process, okay. So uh, and due to demolition process, the various concrete, plastic, wood, metal, glass, these types of waste are generated from the demolition of the construction or demolition of the buildings, okay. So that is called as construction demolition, okay. Then next is wastewater treatment, okay. Wastewater treatment. So wastewater treatment is the another part. So these types of treatment is a different parts, but it's our subject point of view. There is a waste, that is sewage sludge, then solid waste, chemicals. So these are the waste which are generated from the wastewater treatment. So these are nothing but the origin of the waste which are generated from the various sources, okay. So these are the origin of waste, okay. Then uh, in this slide we discuss about the sources of solid waste, okay. sources or origin is nothing but the same. Okay, but in this slide we discuss about in details sources of solid waste. Okay, sources of solid waste. First is residential source. First is residential residential source. Okay, so residential means what? So residential is nothing but the various household waste or the waste which is generated from the residential areas, various houses, that is called as residential waste. Okay, generated from the homes and apartments, then which includes uh, various foods, scraps, paper, plastic, glass, packaging, and yard waste. Okay, so these types of waste arises from the residential or household waste. So the main source of this waste is residential. Okay, so that is called as residential waste. Then next is commercial sources. Commercial sources. Okay, so firstly we discuss about the which type of which type or what is meant by commercial. Okay, firstly we discuss about the what is commercial. Okay, so commercial means uh, commercial means various businesses, offices, restaurants, hotels, malls, and markets. Okay, so these points are comes under the commercial sources. Okay, and the waste which generated from the commercial sources, that is packaging material, then plastic, food waste, paper. Okay, packaging material. So these waste are arises from the commercial sources. Okay, then third one is industrial source. Industrial source. So see, industrial source means what? Various types of industries. Okay, that waste which arises from the industries may be different because the industries are different. Okay, some textile industries, then some sugar factories, some chemical industries. So depending on the that industries, the waste also different. Okay, so basically produced by manufacturing industries, then factories and production units. Okay, so these industrial sources includes the metal scrap, then chemicals, then plastics and hazardous material. So basically from the industrial waste there is having the scrap, chemicals and hazardous materials. Okay, so this is industrial source. Then next one is agricultural source. Agricultural source. So see, in short, the waste which is generated from the agricultural activities or agricultural processes, that is uh, crop harvesting. Okay, so uh, from waste from farming, then livestock and agro industries. Okay, uh, so these agricultural sources includes crop residues, manure, pesticides, container and spoiled foods. Okay, so see, agricultural sources which from in the agriculture various waste are generated like crops residues, then uh, animal manure. Okay, then pesticides, some pesticides container, fertilizers container. Okay, so this is called as the agricultural source. Then next is institutional source. Okay, institutional source. So institutional source means what? The waste which generated from the school, colleges, hospital, prisons, okay, and government offices. Okay, and which types of material arises from these types of institutes? That includes the paper, food waste, medical waste and discarded furniture. Okay, so this is the institutional source. Then next is sixth sources, that is municipal services. Okay, so see what is meant by municipal services. See, waste from street cleaning, waste from street cleaning, then parks and public places. The waste is also generated at the time of cleaning of various public places like parks, then street, then pathways, then footpath. Okay, so that waste is generated, which includes the street sweepings, tree trimming and litter. Okay, so this is the municipal services. Okay, then seven is seven, that is construction and demolition waste. Construction and demolition waste. Okay, so we already discussed in from the construction industry or demolition of various buildings. Okay, so demolition waste is generated. So comes from the building construction, renovation and demolition activities, which includes the concrete, bricks, wood, concrete block, then various steels and metal scraps. Okay, so this is the construction and demolition waste. Okay, then next is biomedical waste. Biomedical waste. Okay, in first lecture we already discussed about what is meant by biomedical waste. Once again I tell you, biomedical waste is nothing but the waste which is generated from the hospitals, research centers, labs. Okay, so that is called as biomedical waste. Includes the used syringe, bandages, expired medicine and infectious waste. Then next is electronic waste or e-waste. Okay, see, we already discussed about the in first lecture what is e-waste. E-waste is nothing but the waste which is generated due to uh, electronic parts, that is computers, phones, batteries. Okay, contains the hazardous material like lead, mercury and cadmium. Okay, so this is called as e-waste or electronic sources. Then last one, that is hazardous waste sources. Okay, hazardous source waste sources, that includes industries, then hospitals, chemical plants and laboratories. So see, basically these hazardous waste sources includes hospitals, chemical plants and laboratories. Contains the toxic chemicals, radioactive material and flammable substances. Flammable substances. So this is the sources of the waste. Okay. So in this way, in this lecture, we discuss about the sources of solid waste and various parameters. Okay. So remaining part we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you.